Opening scene, the perfect family. Portrait, the Thompson family was known throughout Brooksville as the epitome of success and refinement. Harold Thompson. The father was a prominent lawyer who built a legal empire. Margaret. His wife managed their charity foundations, constantly in magazines for her philanthropy. Their elder daughter, Olivia, was the golden child, engaged to the heir of another prestigious family. And then there was Evelyn, the younger daughter, the one no one talked about. At family dinners, Evelyn's presence was tolerated, not celebrated. She didn't fit into their perfect world. While Olivia attended Ivy League schools and graced charity galas, Evelyn worked 2 part-time jobs and took evening classes in business, her dreams dismissed as delusions by her own parents. "You'll never amount to anything." "Evelyn," Harold would sneer, his fork clinking against his crystal plate, "why don't you just marry a decent man and let Olivia handle the important things?" Evelyn would sit quietly, swallowing her hurt along with her food, vowing one day she'd prove them all wrong. On Harold and Margaret's 30th wedding anniversary, a grand gala was planned at the most luxurious hotel in the city. Everyone in town received an invitation, everyone except Evelyn. 2 days before the event, she stopped by the house, excitedly holding a small wrapped gift for her parents. As she walked in, she overheard her mother's voice from the living room. "We can't have Evelyn there, Harold. She'll ruin the image. What will people think? Olivia and Daniel's engagement must shine tonight." Her father's voice followed, cold and decisive. "We didn't even send her an invitation. She'll get the message eventually. Tonight is about Olivia, not her." Evelyn froze in the hallway, the gift trembling in her hands. When she finally stepped into the room, both her parents looked startled, then annoyed. "Evelyn," voice breaking, "you didn't even invite me." Margaret, sighing dramatically, "Evelyn, please, don't make this harder than it is. You just don't belong in this world." Harold coldly, "You can either accept that or embarrass yourself further." Evelyn left the house without a word, tears streaming down her face. The gift she had brought slipped from her hand and rolled under the grand staircase, forgotten. Humiliated and heartbroken, Evelyn poured herself into her work. She had been slowly developing a business plan for a startup, a small logistics company that used cutting-edge software she had been studying for years. She had been rejected by investors before, laughed at by her own family. "You? Running a company?" Olivia once mocked. "You can't even afford your own apartment." But Evelyn refused to give up. One night, while working late at a coffee shop, a man named Lucas Harrington, a quiet, wealthy venture capitalist, overheard her pitch while she was on a call with a supplier. Intrigued, he asked to hear more. Within weeks, Lucas became her first investor. Evelyn's business grew rapidly. She worked 18-hour days. She slept on her office couch. She studied market trends relentlessly. Every time she felt like quitting, she remembered her mother's dismissive tone and her father's cruel words. "You just don't belong in this world." 3 years later, Evelyn wasn't just surviving. She was dominating. Her company, NovaLogix, became one of the fastest-growing tech startups in the country, eventually expanding internationally. At 26, Evelyn was featured on the cover of Forbes magazine, crowned as the Queen of Innovation. But she kept her success a secret from her family. Not out of fear, out of strategy. The next big family event arrived, Olivia's wedding. Evelyn received no official invitation, but this time, she planned to show up anyway. When she arrived, heads turned. Gone was the awkward, unwanted daughter. Evelyn now exuded power. A sleek black designer gown, diamond earrings sparkling under the chandeliers, confidence radiating like a storm. Margaret nearly dropped her champagne glass when she saw her. Margaret whispering furiously, "What is she doing here?" "Harold, get security!" Harold, gritting his teeth. "Too late. People have seen her. Just act civil." Throughout the evening, relatives and high society guests fawned over Evelyn, curious about the mysterious, striking woman they hadn't seen in years. Olivia, meanwhile, burned with jealousy as her perfect night was overshadowed. During dinner, Olivia couldn't resist a jab. Olivia, mocking. "Still working those little side jobs, Evelyn? Babysitting or waitressing these days?" Evelyn didn't flinch. She simply reached into her clutch, pulled out the Forbes magazine, and placed it on the table. Her own face stared back at everyone from the glossy cover. Gasps filled the room. Evelyn, calmly. "Actually, I own Novalogics. Perhaps you've heard of it. We just closed a $500 million merger last month." Olivia, stammering, That's impossible." Margaret, whispering in shock, "Novalogics? That's you?" The room erupted with murmurs. In an instant, the power dynamic shifted. For the first time, Harold and Margaret looked small. As the evening continued, Harold pulled Evelyn aside, trying to regain control. Harold, smiling nervously. "Evelyn, we may have been too harsh in the past. Your success is remarkable. Imagine what we could achieve together, combining our family's reputation with your company." Evelyn, coldly. "Family? You only remember I exist when I'm useful to you." Margaret approached next, tears in her eyes, but Evelyn saw right through them. "Margaret, darling, you must understand. We just wanted what was best." Evelyn, cutting her off. "What was best for you, you mean? You didn't want me around because I didn't fit your perfect picture." Just then, Olivia stormed over, furious. Olivia, "This was supposed to be my night. How dare you steal it from me?" Evelyn, smirking. "Consider it payback for every night you stole from me." The final blow came when Evelyn revealed her true plan. Novalogics had just acquired Harold's struggling law firm, which had been secretly drowning in debt. Effective immediately, Evelyn was now his boss. The crowd gasped. Harold's face turned pale. "Evelyn, you told me I didn't belong in this world. Well, father, now you work for me." As the room erupted into chaos, journalists snapped photos, guests whispered in disbelief, and Olivia screamed. Evelyn raised her glass for a toast. "Evelyn, to family, the ones who stand by you when you have nothing, and the ones who only come crawling back when you have everything." With that, she turned and walked out, her heels echoing against the marble floor. Behind her, Harold collapsed into a chair, Margaret sobbing, Olivia fuming. For once, Evelyn didn't feel like the forgotten daughter. She felt like the queen of her own story. Weeks later, Evelyn visited the old family home. Under the grand staircase, she found the small, dusty box she had dropped years ago, the gift she had brought to her parents' anniversary party. Still unopened, inside was a simple handwritten note, "Happy Anniversary. I may not have much now, but one day I'll make you proud. Love, Evelyn." Evelyn smiled sadly, then burned the note in the fireplace. As the ashes drifted upward, she whispered to herself, Evelyn, I don't need their pride anymore. I have my own. The screen fades to black. Themes and audience. Hook betrayal. Being rejected by those meant to love you most. Revenge and redemption, returning stronger and taking back power. Plot. Twist. Evelyn secretly becoming the savior and ruler of the very empire that cast her aside. Emotional payoff. Audiences feel both the pain of her exclusion and the thrill of her ultimate triumph. The opening betrayal immediately hooks viewers emotionally. The hidden journey to success keeps them curious. How did she rise from nothing? The final twist provides maximum satisfaction, encouraging shares and replays. Title and thumbnail can easily emphasize the forgotten daughter who became queen. If this story touched your heart, hit like to support the channel. Subscribe now to never miss more intense, dramatic, and inspiring family stories. Share this video with friends to spread this powerful message of resilience and empowerment.